Hey, my name is Eric Bunch, and this is Video Quiz 3 for Chapters 9 and 10. For question 1, what was the key idea or ideas that stood out in this chapter to you? For Chapter 9, I said making sure you use good body language. Body language is important because if your audience sees that you're maybe slumped over or you're leaning against a wall or you're not really into it, then they're not going to be as into your speech as you would like them to be. For Chapter 10, I said do not use a font that is hard to see or read. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten a teacher or another presentation at school and the font is miserable to read, or it actually blends in with the color of the background that they're using and you just can't read it at all, and that makes it very difficult to try to pay attention to the visual aid. For question 2, what did you learn in this chapter that you did not know before reading it? I didn't know that reading from a script was slightly difficult and make it believable that you're not reading a script. It takes a lot of practice, like the book says, to really get it down and make it sound natural. For Chapter 10, I said do not put your sources into your presentation. That probably sounds really dumb, but I've always been taught to put the sources at the end of the presentation, but who knows? Things change all the time. Don't do that. Question 3, why are these ideas important to public speaking? For Chapter 9, it's really important to know what type of speaking style you're going to have in a situation. So, for example, a thing might pop up on the spot and you need an impromptu speech. You need to know how to do that in that situation and be comfortable enough to do that. For Chapter 10, I said visual aids will always help to captivate an audience. Having that visual aid will always give you a little bit of padding on your speech and help to keep them engaged. For question 4, how can they be used in your personal or professional life? For Chapter 9, I said depending on what well, this actually ties into the last question. You may say you're at a job and your boss comes up and is like, hey, we need to give you a presentation on the sales, some kind of sales. You're in a sales business. Isn't that fun? But you have to give a presentation about some sales that on beef jerky, sure, and you need to get up in front of everyone and give an impromptu speech about it because it's on the spot. You don't have time to prepare, and it's really helpful to be able to know how to use those types of speaking styles. Not just impromptu, but all of the other ones as well. Being prepared and reading from a script, because you never know when you're going to need that. For Chapter 10, I said, especially in professional life, for visual aids are very important for a professional life. Whether you're a teacher or whatever you're doing, eventually, more than likely, you're going to need a visual aid for something. You're going to give some form of presentation, and it may require visual aid, it may not, but either way, if you use that visual aid, it is more than likely to keep your audience engaged, like I said before. Thank you for listening. This has been the Video Quiz 3 for Chapters 9 through 10. Bye-bye.